So anyways, Abraham sends his eldest servant off to the place that God has granted him to find a wife. And interestingly, the borders of the promised land are quite similar to the current borders of Israel. I mean, these are estimates, right, based on the biblical, and I mean, that's not a fluke, obviously, but it's interesting to see the concordance between these ancient stories and the present day world. So I thought that was very interesting, and it shows once again that the past, you think the past is the past, but it's not. It's still here. It's embedded in the present, you know. Just like the future in some ways is folded up inside the present, waiting to unfold. The past is all folded up inside the present too. So anyways, the servant goes to the land that he's been charged to go to, and he's trying to figure out, how in the world am I going to find a good wife for Isaac? I mean, I don't know any of these people. And so he has this little dialogue that's presented in the form of a prayer, I suppose. And he thinks, well, I'm going to go to the place where where people get water and water the animals, and because that's a place where everyone gathers, so that's a good place to find someone. And it's not a place of fun and lightness and relaxation and impulsivity. It's a place of life-sustaining work. And he thinks something like, well, what would a decent girl do at a watering place? And he thought, well, maybe she would offer a stranger some water and also offer to water the camels, because that would be brave to approach the stranger, and then generous, and then indicative of the willingness to make an effort. And when you know that a camel, I think he took 10 camels. It was quite a few camels anyways, not just one. And that a camel can drink 20 gallons of water, and Rebecca, who was drawing water from the well, turns out to be Rebecca, was drawing water from the well, which was hard, right? Because water's heavy and you have to lift it up, and it's 10 camels, and so that's like 200 gallons of water. So, you know, she has to put herself out a fair bit in order to make this stranger happy, and so that's what happens. And then the servant has brought along gifts and that sort of thing. And anyways, to make a long story short, Rebecca agrees to come back with the servant and marry Isaac. And so